I'm going to do a quick video on two machines, the ambitionmarsu and the stigma thorn 2.0. You can see kind of how they work. So I got it at 7.3. I'm going to take it up to, I don't know what the manual says about the voltage for lining, but I'm going to just guess it and turn it up to 9 volts. I think I have it on 4.2. There's a 3.8, 3.4, 3.0, and 2.6, and 2.6. All aligned with every one of them. And it's in there one time. So let's go to 3.8. It's real quiet. No vibration hardly at all. 3.0. Show you real quick how the mag works. This thing is really quiet and no vibration, so I'm going to take it back up to what I like, a harder stroke, so like I'll show you 3.4, 3.8, and then 4.2. And this is a gray wash by Curacini, I think. It's nice. This also comes with the RCA jack. I got the version that only had one battery. You can buy another one, but it's nice. I can't say anything bad about it. And they also sell grips, which is a big thing to me. They sell disposables, 3 or 4 sizes, which is a huge thing really to me because it changes it. If you're using this for a while and you're tired of something, you can change the grip and it's like a new machine. I'm going to bump it up to 3.8. You can see how good it puts you when you're at 3.1. That's what I like. And go to 4.2. one more line with it. You get an idea how I always run it for lining at whatever is the highest. And I'm only at about 9 volts. Let's go down to like 8. And the battery life on that battery too is real long, so it's a pretty good battery. I'd like to see them come out with a battery maybe to about where the line is, even if I had to buy 2 just to be shorter, kind of like the Bishop one. But it's 4.2 where I like it. Now there is a different feel, like you'll feel the difference between the Factor and this machine. They're just different motors. Anything that you buy are different motors. So let's go to the thorn. It's a more expensive machine, and you can't feel what I can feel. It's one of the things where you're gonna have to buy it, but I can give you kind of an idea. This is probably double the price of that machine, and you can't get these anymore. You have to buy an army green one or a black one, because these are limited edition. But this adjusts between 2.5 and 4.5. So I have this at buy at 4.3 ml. You can go anywhere on this dial between 2.5 and 4.5. Anywhere. And yes, I feel it. Like it's a feel, it's a personal preference, but I feel like the power in this machine. It's got a lot of power. But for me, for you, or anybody that has a life and has bills and family, and you can't afford what this machine is, which is, in my opinion, very, very affordable compared to your Bishop wands and FK irons. You can get this machine at stigmarotary.com, and it comes in army green and black. And I seen another video, guys like, oh, I gotta use a wire now because it doesn't come with a battery. No, you don't. Get a critical battery. This is an Ambition, or you can get the ink claw battery, the 2.0 version. We'll push it, but I don't know what he was talking about. And no offense to him, but I didn't like it because I almost couldn't buy it because I'm like, I want a wireless machine. The way this connector is guarded like that, when you put a battery onto it, it looks like one unit, like it comes this way. So what he was talking about, that he had to go back to the wire and he had batteries laying around, and then he put a battery on it this long, it's like, oh, I gotta use a cord. No, you don't. And this is my favorite company. I like Bishop probably second, and then FK Iron, but this is my absolute favorite company. I love their products, and what a lot of people don't know about this company or this brand is when you're using another motor, you have to turn up volts. You go by volts, you have to go up a whole nother volt. These machines are super sensitive. So when you're thinking, hey, I ran my last machine at 7 volts for shading and 8 volts for lining, With this, you would run it, let's say, he said 8 volts. I say like 7.5, anywhere in the 7. So then it's so touchy that I would have to be in the high 6 volts for shading, because on your screen here you're gonna have 7.7. So this is so touchy. Look, watch this, listen to it. Do you see that? 6.4, 6.13, and that is super important. So I'm not even down to 6 volts yet. You see that? How much it dropped by just me hitting that button one time. And so these guys are like, let me show you what they do. Oh, it vibrates. Well, yeah, it's about to blow up because it's a real motor. It's a real motor inside here. So it doesn't take as much to push it. So these reviews that these people are making saying, oh, it's got to vibrate. Well, this is a professional machine. So I don't care how good you can tattoo. If you don't know how a machine runs, then I don't know. Maybe you're just used to your old one or something. No disrespect to nobody, but you see that? Just look, boom. You see, just barely touching it, how it changes. That would be the only reason you would have any kind of vibration issue or something like that, because this is a real tattoo company, and you guys are sleeping on them in the United States. I buy from the UK all the time, and I get my stuff back sometimes faster than the United States, but I have to pay a tariff fee of $25. No big deal, it's worth it to me. But let me show you how it puts it in there. And that's not saying that this Ambition is not a good machine. It's way more affordable than this machine. But this machine to me is affordable too. And like I said, the other video I seen, no disrespect, he said he had to go back to the wire and he had batteries lying around somewhere on the roof, in his drawer somewhere. The one he chose to put on it was a Christmas tree. You can use this, a critical, the ink claw 2.0 version. The 2.0 version is like, it's like nothing. It's very light. It's probably one of the, they brag about that on their site, that it is one of the lightest weight batteries. And I recommend it because I have the first version and I've had it for almost 4 or 5 years and it still works good. It works, and this machine works with every battery. And I couldn't afford at the time to buy a critical battery for $200, $250, so I bought this Ambition battery, the shorty, and it is a strong battery. It runs the Packer, it runs everything, so I 100% recommend Ambition battery. And this is one of their machines, and you heard it, it's very quiet. This is the new version of this Thorn, is very, very quiet and smooth. It just packs it in there. You can see that. Look, you can see the rake lines on it. That's how hard this thing hits, like the first version. So this is to me like the holy grail. Like, I really hope that I'm gonna save up and get an Army green one and probably put this in my bankroll. That's how hard it is, because you can't get anything. You can't get the limited edition once it's sold out. You can still get a couple. I think Killer Ink has some in the UK, but that's it. And I only got this at like, oh, it's only at 4.0. Let's turn it up to 4.5. It might go through this but I know. And this is real skins. This is the best skin ever. I bought all kinds of skins, and this is like real skin. I'll go back through one of my old ones and on some dark. Look at that. You see that? That's how much power it has. This thing is fucking awesome. All my other machines, I wouldn't put it in there like that. Not even a ambitionbattery. And like, I'm not like a rock star artist like the rest of the people. I'm just an average artist like all of us are trying to get. But I do like to have good quality machines, and this one is very affordable opposed to what you're going to pay for like a packer. Like, I think the Bishop Packer is $800 to $1,200, and this is like roughly 500 euros. I don't know what that converts into in US dollar, but like 600. It's like half the price. So to me, like, I don't know why everybody's not buying these. I think it's just because in the UK it's like America and they're big over there but not here. But I want everybody to wake up and get one of these. This is your machine, and I had the first version of this, and I put a different cam in it, and I mailed it to Greece, and I got it back in 3 weeks. I've mailed machines to FK Irons and Bishop and well, not Access. Access is a state right next to me. It still took a few weeks, so for it coming all the way from the UK, like, there's no excuse not to get it. If I have a choice, I'm gonna have them train me how to work on them, but you don't have to worry about like having them worked on because they never break down unless you're doing something to it. I've had some of my machines for 5 or 6 years and never had them serviced. Or these, I have the first version of the Bishop or the Spear, not the 2.0, but the first version of the Spear. And I've never sent it back, and I've had it for almost 6 years now. Has the adjustable stroke and the give. So if you want to find this, it's an army green and black. These are sold out. You can go on their sites on stigmarotary.com. And I buy all my machines. They have gave me a 10% discount before, but I'm not sponsored by them. One day when I get good enough, I'd like to be. So look at this. Do you see that? Let me show you the difference. So on this is still a good machine. So if you don't have it and you want to know about this is an awesome one too. It's very quiet, smooth running. so you almost can't hear it. You see the difference? It's not gonna smash that line in like that. And you know, you can go over it a little bit deeper and slower, then it'll smash it in there. But when you're trying to get quality one time, it's not gonna smash it in there like that. But it will. It is an awesome machine. I've used them all, so you have to know basically how to run each motor. So would I buy one of these? Yes, definitely. That's why I bought one. Because it was affordable. I think they're around $175 to $200, and it's still nice. But watch this. Let me go back to this. You see that already? I just barely hit it. And see how dark it is? This thing's a beast here. So you can see the difference, and that's not taking anything away from that machine. It's a good company too. You can still do the same job, but this is why you pay $1,200, which it don't cost for a Bishop wand or a packer, because you want it to be real. I think people are sleeping on this company. Some people, real artists, might know about it, but Stigma's been around, I think, a lot longer than Bishop. Way longer. And this is an Ambition machine there, and this is an Ambition battery. So I definitely 100%, I love their products too. So it's not just like I love this one or that one. I'm gonna tell you, like, even if I feel like something's a little bit better or more quality or harder, if it's still good for you to start off or use it, I'm gonna tell you, and it is. Dragonhawk's got some badass shit too, or badass stuff, in case I can't cuss, but badass stuff. I have a Mass Pro Racer that I haven't used. I'm going to make a video on that. But the top leading professional tattoo machines for professional artists, you know, let's just say the tattoo machine companies that charge the most, because they make a more higher quality. They claim, or they do make a more high quality machine. You got Bishop, FK Iron, Access. Now all these other companies that are not from here are coming up. Stigma, though, they're in that class. You got Access, Ambition, OG products. You got Wasp. I want to try one of their machines, Wasp. There's Acus. I really want to try like an Acus, because one of my favorite artists is Oliver Air, and I see that he uses it. But I just can't afford to pay $1,300 for a machine, or I buy one every month and be living on the side of the street. So when I can, I try these machines out, and they're good too. They're good, but you can see the quality of how this thing hits. I'm gonna if I can get enough money saved up, have enough appointments soon, I'm gonna buy another one of these and put this in my bank vault. And I already have a Access Valhalla that works with a lightning bolt. I'm getting ready to try to buy the Bishop Michelangelo battery to see if it'll fit, because the battery that I seen that they had on it would stop people from buying it. And the FK Iron battery that goes on the Zion does fit the Access Valhalla, if you want to know. So you can get a small battery. The one that they have, I don't know what it was. You look at it and you're not gonna buy it because you're gonna be like, oh no, that's a Christmas tree. But the Access is a badass company. I have the machine that they sent me in my bank vault. He sent me, Dan is super cool. Their customer service is awesome. He sent me a gold version. I have it in my bank vault. I have my Mass Pro Racer in my bank vault. So these companies that are coming out, they're not playing either. So don't let nobody confuse you and say, oh, you gotta buy a Bishop one, you have to buy a Bishop one, or you can't tattoo it. You have to. Bullshit. You gotta buy a Stigma rotary if you want to tattoo, or when you get to that level where you can afford one. That's my opinion. And I wish they'd blow up here in the United States. But I mean, you see what I can do with it, and like if I want to go faster, like this is gonna be what I grab for me, because even with the battery on here, I haven't even got to try out their force yet. Like I would get a force, probably a 4.5 stroke. That's just me, or maybe like the 3.7. I don't know what it comes in yet, because these machines get expensive, but I know I got my hands on one of these from Allegoryink in the UK, and my order was messed up. They sent me the wrong order. They were trying to charge me an international cash on delivery fee of $825. So I freaked out because I thought I wasn't going to get the Holy Grail, and I called Allegoryink and they fixed it within 24 hours, and they're in the UK, and I got my order the next day. So that's a big shout out to Allegoryink. Thank you. Because now I got the machine, and now I'm ready to do some tattoos on somebody, and I know this thing's gonna hit good, and when I want to saturate something, it's gonna put it in there. But I'm still learning how to use it, because these machines are so sensitive. You hear how it's just been running, how quiet it is. These people saying that it has, oh, it's a little noisy, it's a little noisy. What are you running it at? What are you running at? This is a real tattoo machine, and you see how you just barely touch it and it changes the whole speed. What are you running it at? It's almost like, this is my favorite company. It's almost like, how dare you? How dare, look, I know you might be better than me or whatever, but I don't care, like, how dare you? I really like this company, man. They make really good products. And then people that don't know how to run their machines, you're expected to. You're expected to, because they take a lot of time into making machines. Have you seen the chroma? I don't even know all the stuff that would confuse me probably. I would learn it might take me some time to learn how to run it. I would love to have like the army green one. I love how the army green looks. It almost looks like a gold version of this. But those people like that are saying, oh, does it sound loud to you? Now that is very, very quiet for other machines, but I can pull out another machine. This is like normal. Does it sound like, now if I turn it up, it's at 7.1 volts. He said 8 volts. So he probably did. I think he did when he turned it up to 10 volts. Like, listen how it sounds at 10. Well, yeah, you ain't got a cartridge in it or nothing. And you can't run this machine like that. This is like a Mercedes-Benz. You know what I mean? A fuel-injected Mercedes-Benz or a Corvette. You hit that pedal just a little bit, it's like a Hayabusa, if you know what that is, a Suzuki. You know what I mean? You hit that throttle too hard on this, it's gonna take off. See that? That's a This is the Ambition battery, and it's a good battery. I know Critical, all those batteries are nice, but this is their shorty version, and the price is a lot lower. This is $50, and it is a quality battery. This runs a Bishop Packer, everything. And you see this? You see how this thing is like saturating one time? Look, bam. Guys, you're sleeping, man. If you got the cash, to spend, go out and get one of these stigma thorns, man. Because they're nice. And let's go back to the Ambition, because they're a good company too. I'm using their product on this stigma thorn. I'm using their battery, and that is a good ass battery. Now, I don't always use this battery on it. I use the Inkwell battery. I have the first version. You can get the 2.0. It runs the Bishop and everything. I think it's like $80, which is a lot more affordable to me than paying $250 for a battery. And that's kind of why for my Valhalla, I want the Bishop Microangelo battery to see if it fits it. That's a big gamble. When you buy these batteries, sometimes they don't fit the machine. You're out $200 unless you can get the company to take it back. I don't know the return policies for all of them, but and it gets it in here too, but the feel is not hitting as hard as that. That thing's hitting real hard. And I do got it at 4.2 stroke. But I mean, that's kind of what you're paying a few hundred extra dollars for, because you're going to buy a machine, and that little bit of it hitting harder and stuff like that is what makes it worth paying more, making it more reliable. But will these machines do just as good a job? Yes. If you're an artist, I think you can tattoo with a prison style gun if you made one. I've seen it done when I've done some time in prison. So with a single needle, and a lot of the artists now are doing single needle tattoos. So yeah, but I just wanted to do a video because I almost didn't get this, because I do like wireless machines, and when I seen the video, he's like, oh, now I got to go back to the cord, and I still like it, but that's a lie. When you put that battery on, it looks like it comes like this, because the connector is inside, and they were smart by doing that, because when it's not, then it looks like you got a big gap. And so I don't understand what he was talking about. Maybe he didn't want anyone to know about this secret. That's the only thing that I can think of. I'll make some more, like when I get the other machine, I'll make some more. That's when you guys will like know. There's companies in that are coming out that you're wanting to know about. They are good. I do like Bishop, FK Iron. I have some of theirs, and I'll do a video. I'll try to do like 2 or 3 machines at a time, and some batteries and some needles, like 4 or 5 different types of needles. That way you can know if you can combine or not. I use a lot of Easy Tattoos, their V-Select, their Revo. This is a Bishop, or this is a Big Wasp, and this is a company I never heard of. I think it's called Akbon, but I'm not for sure if I would order this or not. Again, I'll have to use some more of their needles and find out. I'll let you know. But these are just Amazon needles, because when you're doing smaller tattoos, you don't need a quadrant or a molly, expensive needle, because you're gonna throw it away quick. So if it does go dull, you can just grab another one, because these are like between $8 to $10 a box, and then a box of quadrants or amollies can be anywhere from 20. Amala, I think, they're the blue ones. I think they're anywhere from like $25 to $30 for a box, and these are like $10. I use quail too; they're like $10. But when they go dull, if I feel like it's starting to get dull, I just grab another one, because they're cheaper. It depends on how big, but if you're just doing a quick piece or something, they're perfect for it. And you can save. You can buy both. You can buy the quadrant needles for when you're doing a larger piece, and then buy the cheaper ones for when you're doing just a small piece, and save money. So that's the main thing. All the stuff that I've bought, I'm gonna try to give you tips on how to do things, like use those needles for a small piece, and then break out your good ones. Because I used to do that with tattoo machines. I would put my other one up to save the motor life, I thought, and use some of the cheap ones. That's how I bought a lot of them, and they were affordable. I'd put up my real expensive one and not use it, and be like, well, I'm gonna use this cheaper one I got, and then when I do a nice big piece, I'll use it, which is not a good idea, because you need to get used to how the motor runs. And if it's a new machine, like I said before in some of the other videos, you need to give it between 30 and 90 days of using it all the time, because you have to learn how the motor runs. And even if it's a softer hit motor, you just learn how to take your time. That's just how the motor, you're working with what you got, And so everybody's situation is different, but both of these machines, would I recommend them? Yes, I definitely would. Ambition's an awesome company. Stigma Rotary is an awesome company. And there's also a China Stigma, and it's not the one that this was. You want to type in Stigma Rotary. The one from China has the same name, but they're not that company. And you'll know when you go on the site, because they don't sell this machine. And this isn't, you can't get these anymore. It comes in army green or black. So it's a big deal for me to get that, because I almost didn't get it, because I watched every single video on it, and there was no other videos out besides one person's opinion. And no disrespect to him, he's probably a way better artist than I am, I just don't agree with what he said, because that was really, for me, a big thing. Like when he said that, I'm like, man, I don't want to go back to the cord. You don't have to. You do have to purchase a battery, but you can purchase any battery, a $40, $50 battery. It's going to run this machine awesome. When you do, it's very sensitive. Know that. Every time you hit that click button, you better be listening to it. Don't jump it up a whole volt or 2 volts like you're used to on your other machine, because then it's gonna make some noise. And you see how quiet and smooth this was when I was running it. So it's not noisy. It was noisy when he was running it without a cartridge at 10 volts. I run this thing between 6 and 7, at the most 8, which is what he said was a sweet spot. So I don't know if he's tattooing a corpse, a bone, or what, but that's a lot of power, because this thing hits hard. So, and that's real important to like people like me, that I'm thinking about buying this or the stainless steel Bishop wand, and I decide to buy the Bishop wand stainless steel because everybody's like, oh, it's a Bishop, oh. And this was the jewel. So you got to be careful too what you listen to, and that's what I'm gonna try to do on my channel. Like I'm not rock star artist or nothing like that. I'm just an average artist, like hopefully some of you are. And I'll show you things that I know, little tips and tricks to things that I know. And, you know, I'll help you any way I can. Hit me in the comments when I get time. I'll try to message you. Do me a favor and like my video so I can make some more. And I'll try to get links from these companies so you can get, you know, anything. 10% discount, anything. 10% is a lot. When you go to checkout and after you pay taxes and everything, 10% is a lot. So, oh yeah, another thing too, like, if you're questioning about a machine or something like that, pray. Pray and ask Jesus. That's what I did. I prayed and asked Jesus for this, and I got it. I think everybody has forgot who God was and things like that. You know, I had a bad experience with a guy I worked for that was into occult stuff. I prayed and asked Jesus, and believe me, I was nowhere near perfect or clean or anything. And everybody's, oh, you can do this. I'm more picky of what I do. I don't like doing demonic things anymore. Someone else can do it. But I can tell you what, like, he's the truth. And just remember that, man. Everybody's like falling off, like getting into this hate everybody, rob everybody, be mean to everybody, get over on everybody. Man, go back to like how you were raised, hopefully. All this being mean to everybody stuff. Not cool to me at all. Robbing, stealing because you're jealous of somebody. And you go there and never mind. You get the point. I like it, but like it a lot. It's very nice, but I love this one. Take it down to 6, 7 volts. I think this is like Cool Skin Gray Wash, and and as you see this working and someone actually using it, close to the other video, does this sound like it's fucking, sorry, does this sound like it's, does this sound like, never mind. Let me pull the cartridge out and run it at 12 volts or 10 volts so it can blow it up. It's not an accurate, man. No disrespect to the person, but it's not an accurate. It's not accurate about the product. It's not. It's not telling you the truth. And I don't like that. Because I've got tons of machines and I watch videos and I see that. And I don't know if these people are getting paid to hate on these companies because they don't want you to know spending a few more $100 is a game changer. But I've wasted a lot of money from listening to them, and as long as you guys like the video, I can make one, I ain't gonna let that happen. Yes, they're good, but you're gonna see that as artists. You're still gonna have your personal preferences, but I'm gonna show you and give you a more accurate video. I'm not just gonna run it. Make it sound like it's gonna blow up. And I really do want I like using all machines. I really do want to try out like the Bishop stainless steel. I still have the original version. It costs too much to make it into a power wand, so I found a Japanese company that will sell me the part to make it into a Chinese wand. Now I don't want to do that, but $28 is a lot cheaper, so it costs a lot to get your motor serviced from them. I think they told me to convert it to the power wand was going to be like $600, almost like buying a new one. So I don't know. Maybe I can message them and get a good person, and they'll give me like a discount to convert it. If not, I'm gonna have to save up and buy one. That's just how it goes. Like, but even if you're ordering from overseas, I'm telling you, I got this back from Greece, or not this one, the other one that I had. I changed the can in it in about 3 weeks. And I've had my stuff go here in the United States, and it's been about the same time. Even if you gotta wait an extra week, it's worth it. Because once you get it, if you take care of these, they're not gonna break down for years. Unless you drop them or you want to change a feature on it. But this already has all the adjustable strokes, so first version didn't. And that's why I wanted to put the 4.0 cam in it, because it had a 3.0. Because I like a harder hit personally. It wasn't too bad. The pricing. A little bit more of a button area. I need to turn it down because it is hitting. It's only at 6.7 and it's hitting hard. Harder than I'm used to, so you can see like this thing, it puts it in there. There's only one machine that I had that went out of business that hit super hard like these machines, and that was a hard life rotary. I don't know if any of you guys remember the hard life rotary, the Gambler. That was one of my favorite machines that went out of business. I still have them, but sometimes you're running them like crazy. You need to get a different camera or something in them, and that company doesn't exist. But man, their machine kind of hit too. I know the motor that's in it and everything. So that ought to tell you, like, even though I might not be one of these artists that went to art school and self-taught, you learn over the years buying all these, because you get excited about it. So I'm going to try to give you a more accurate video. Where did I get this on? Oh, I got it cranked up. That's probably why it's hitting so hard. I had to turn it down to like 6 volts, so I'm gonna take it down. Now this dial here, this is a gold edition, so it's super shiny, you can't see it. They're laser engraved, so on their army green one and a black one, you can see real good. But is the Ambition a good company too? Yes. I'm using their battery on this machine. They're awesome. I'd like to try that. I think it's the AMZ with a 4.5 stroke. I might get one that's just, right now it's kind of slow where I'm at. So, you know, I would buy a machine every month. But this company has been one of my favorites. My very first machine was a Dragonhawk. They're one of my favorites. I got the new Mass Pro Racer. I'm going to do a video on that. I just don't have it with me today. I have it in my vault. I keep my machines because other artists will hate on you and try to take them. So I want to put this one probably in my vault, which sucks. It has a key like that, but there's some grimy people out there that know, hey, this dude's got 20-25 machines. Let's go get him. Like it feels like now being a tattoo artist that you have to be an actor, a gangster, a phlebotomist, everything. A YouTube actor, Instagram, and it's changing like that. It's weird. Yeah, I put it at 3.5 now, and it's still like packing it in there hard. So it feels at the 3.5, it feels, and the lower voltage, it feels like it has a little bit of more like smoother good. So if you do have a client, you're not trying to look at that, how good it is. If you're not trying to like damage the client's skin, and it takes a while to learn how a machine runs. I would say you can use it every day at least about 90 days. That doesn't mean you can't still use it, but until you start really, sometimes switching machines like I do is not good because you need to stick with the machine and learn how to run it. And, you know, if you can't afford one of these, which I believe is affordable, but you just can't, yeah, I'll show you which ones that you can get. So I buy them every chance I get. It's my addiction. Like I said, people be hating on me. The guy that I worked for before, he robbed me from my, well, he didn't rob me. I would have messed him up if he robbed me. He stole from me, like when I wasn't around. And he was trying to steal all my collection, so I got a bank vault on his punk ass. Bitch. Well, a safety deposit box, so whatever you call it. Crazy, man. Crazy life. What's it? Dudes that are doing witchcraft, stuff like that, but you got Jesus. You gotta worry about that. Don't ever think like you're not good enough. Oh, he's not gonna take me. Yeah, he really takes everybody. You have to have your own like relationship with him, so not between nobody else. You're past here, none of them, so you figure it out with him. But let's go back to pet it down. I want to pet it. Kind of funny. Sleep with this tonight. Yeah, you can tell the difference, like in the motor. I'm not saying that this is still a good machine. But you can tell the power. That's what that's known for. Like how hard it hits. But like I said, I used to think buying machines gonna make me better. It's not. Practice makes me better. And I use reelskin, and they got one in the USA and the UK. And this is gonna sound crazy. I buy from the UK. They have specials. You can get the small square like this, 5 packs for I think $25. Use the front and the back. And I'd rather have 5 of those than 20 of the ones from Amazon that are like cardboard, and they're $25. So there's no excuse to me. It's pointless to try to tattoo on this table and think that it's going to be similar to skin, if you know what I mean. Probably made that a little too dark for Yep, I recommend both of them.